Hi there. The lesson for today is by plus gerund to describe how to do things. So please go to the page number 53 of your interchange book, 5th edition, level 3. Exercise 9, grammar focus. But before, please pay attention to the following important aspects. By plus gerund to describe how to do things. Pay attention to the following sentences. You could improve your accent by watching movies. I learn new English words best by writing them down and revising them many times. Now pay attention to by plus gerund structure in each sentence. By plus gerund is used, number 1, to say how something can happen. Example, you could improve your accent by watching movies. Number 2, to describe how something is done. Example, I learn new words best by writing them down. 3, to describe how something could be done. Example, the best way to learn slang is not by watching the news, but by watching TV series. Notice that in here the negative form not, but is different. Example, the best way to learn a slang is not by watching the news, but by watching TV series. Please try to remember all of those rules and, of course, take notes of those on your notebook. So now, let's go back to the book. Now we can continue with this listening.
Page 53, Exercise 9, Grammar Focus. By plus gerund to describe how to do things.
You could improve your accent by watching movies.
I learn new words best by writing them down and reviewing them many times.
The best way to learn slang is not by watching the news, but by watching TV series.
Okay, now please do the exercise 9, part A. How can you improve your English? Complete the sentences with by and the gerund form of the verbs. Then continue with the exercise 9, part B, but individually. Now we continue with the exercise 10.
Page 53, Exercise 10, Discussion, Learning Styles, Part A. Listen to James and Sophia describe how they developed 2 skills. How did they learn? Complete the chart. 1. James.
I have a huge fear of speaking in front of people. Seriously, I'd rather do anything else. And I'm a lawyer, so it's all about how you speak and present your case. I decided to take a public speaking course, and the teacher taught me some great tips. By memorizing the first line of my speech, by looking out in the audience and focusing on just one person at a time, and, of course, by practicing a ton in that class, I was finally able to improve. Oh, and I always exercise before a presentation to calm my nerves.
1. Sophia.
I love to speak in public. People think if you love public speaking, then it's easy. But that's not true. I work for a nonprofit organization, so I give lots of speeches to convince people to donate money. I would tell stories and jokes, ask the audience questions, but they wouldn't donate money. I was too spontaneous, and I wasn't reaching them. So I started to organize my ideas. By putting my stories at the beginning of my speech and ending with numbers and facts, I had a bigger impact. I'm still spontaneous, but hard facts and data are hard to forget, so I always end with those.
2. James.
I remember I was so excited to learn how to drive. I was 15 when my dad gave me my first lesson in a parking lot. He taught me the basics and then wanted me to drive home on a busy street that first day. He said that by learning on the road with other drivers, I would never forget the basics. That was my dad. My mom was another story. She was so nervous that we never left the parking lot. I never practiced with her again. And it took her 6 months to get in the car with me, even after I got my license.
2. Sophia.
I'm from New York City, where most people don't even learn to drive until they're older. But not me. I first tried when I was 18 with my mom. I wanted to visit a friend, so we went in my mom's car. I thought by going slowly I'd be fine, but I hadn't thought about parking. And in the city, parking is impossible. After 30 minutes of trying to park and almost hitting 2 cars, I just wanted to go home. But my mom insisted we keep practicing. So we drove outside the city, where I finally could relax and get comfortable driving.
So now please develop the exercises 10A, 10B, and 10C. And let's continue. Continue with the exercise 11 part A, 11 part B. Then continue with the exercise 12, writing. Part A. After that, continue with the exercise 13, reading. And do the exercises 13 part A, part B, part C, and part D. But remember, this one is individually. Now please, let's go back to the page number 53. With this information and the tips that I gave you, go to the Grammar Plus exercises and develop this part, by plus gerund, to describe how to do things. Now we can continue. In here we have a self-assessment, Unit 7 and 8, progress check. Do it. In here you have speaking, discussion, listening, questionnaire. So we are going to start with the speaking. Remember, in here, do it individually. Number 1. Choose a probable cause for each of the problems and discuss possible solutions. This exercise is for laboratory homework. Why? Because you need to record information about these problems and costs. Second one, discussion. Individual work. Read the problems that you have in here and please suggest solution for each problem. This exercise will be developed by written form. Now please continue with the listening. Please pay attention.
Units 7 to 8, Progress Check. Page 57. Exercise 3. Listening. I got it. Part A. Listen to people talk about recent events and activities in their lives. What events and activities are they talking about? What two qualities does each person's behavior demonstrate? Complete the chart. 1. Kate.
I did it! I did it!
Did what, Kate? What happened?
I can't believe it!
Kate, calm down. What happened?
I got it! I got into the company I auditioned for.
Really? That's fantastic. But I thought you auditioned and didn't make it.
That's right. And I felt really sad about it for a while because I know I have potential. I started thinking maybe I just needed to work harder. So I started dancing again on my own. And by practicing every day, I got better and better. Then I saw in the newspaper that auditions were being held again. I knew I could do it. So I went in, auditioned, and made it.
That's great. Congratulations.
2. Mark.
I could just kick myself.
Come on, Mark. It could happen to anyone.
I lost the game for us. All I had to do was kick it past the goalie.
Yeah, but that goalie is tough to get by.
No way. There was no one in the way. Everyone else was at the other end of the field.
Yeah, but we all miss one sometimes.
Well, my teammates aren't going to lose another game because of me.
3. Iris.
Iris, when did you start doing this?
Oh, a few months ago.
What made you start?
Well, it was my brother who inspired me. I've always wanted to paint or draw, but he was the artistic one. His paintings have been sold for big money at galleries, and, well, I had never even picked up a brush. But I started saving money every month until I had enough for this painting class. I'm so glad I did.
You're not bad, you know. I love the colors in this portrait.
Thanks.
Who is it?
It's you.
For the exercise 4, please do it about you. The same thing with part B. And now, what's next? Please check everything that you did in here. And do you need to review anything? If the answer is yes, so do it. You have all the material and classes on YouTube. Let's go to your workbook. Let's go to your workbook. Page number 43, Unit 8. Never stop learning. Do the exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, And that's it. Remember, you have one example of each exercise and the first line. In here, choose the correct word or phrases. In here, what would you prefer? In here, love it or leave it. In here, answer these questions and give reasons. In here, online learning, the schools of the future or not? Interesting situation. In here, complete the sentences with by plus gerund. Use not if needed. Use the ideas in the box or your own information. In here, choose the correct words or phrases. In here, personal qualities. And in here, on my way. List 2 methods of learning each of these skills. Well, guys, that is all for you, so please do all your exercises, homework, and upload to the platform. I'll be waiting for them. Blessings to you guys. Bye-bye.